want to say a wonderful Happy New Year to our teaming viewers. 2021 has come. We just have no choice than to begin with it. I'm trusting God that it's going to be a wonderful year for us here in the Honorable TVs and also to you wherever you are watching us from. Honorable TV is a program that we bestowed, honors to the honorables. Wherever you are, you're viewing us, I believe you are kind of person that we should equally extend these honors to. Happy New Year once again, 2021. And in our program this year, we shall be highlighting programs that will be helping us to kind of checkmate the performances of our honorable members wherever they find themselves here in our country. We'll be doing that every now and then. Weekly, we shall be featuring personalities from Nigeria here, private and public. We shall be bringing them up on this program to speak on germane issues as they affect the progress of this country. Prince Fiolawa is the name. I will be your anchor for today. Today, I will bring to us a honorable person that has been in this program sometime last year to bear his minds on some germane issues as affecting us as a people in the political terrain. I'll be going on this break now, and when I return, I will be introducing our guest to us. Stay with us.
You get sense, so it's not a why I send you. Chai, what in be this? If you do this again, which kind of country where man picking live so?
About God, not be so now. You self know say God bless this country with plenty resources, food, oil, everything dey. Now only if our leaders feel use them well, and we say we help them work hard, talk better about this country, Nigeria. Things go better. Now only good people can make a great nation, and now from you it will start.
All right, welcome back to Honorable TV program, your program, my program. Of course, like I said before we went on break, I have a personality in the house, honorable member that is going to be in this program today. Of course, I want to add that you stay tuned to be part of some of the germane issues and topical issues he will be railing on in this program today. It is my pleasure to welcome Honorable Comrade Taiwo Ajayi into our program today. Good to have you in our program today, sir.
Thank you very much, my uncle and
yes.
My producer too.
Yes, Honorable Comrade Taiwo Ajayi happens to be the director, convener, 2023 Yoruba presidential agenda. He will be talking on germane issues that has to do with that project in the coming days, of course, and some of the challenges he himself is personally going through to ensuring that these things really work the way he should want it to be. Of course, that is the honorable in the house. Good to have you in our program, sir.
It's really nice to be here again, once again, because I remember I was here almost about a year ago.
Yes, precisely a year ago. Yes. Now what is the much talked about Yoruba presidential agenda? What is it all about? Our teaming viewers may want to know.
Well, the beauty of it is just to come up as a pressure group from the southwestern part of the country. We are progressive and we believe in one Nigeria, okay. And that Nigeria must be supported as an entity. So in this country, or as of today, we all know that this country is about 60 years old now. And when you look at it very well, out of the 60 years of Nigerian independence, the North had ruled Nigeria for 47 years. And now presently, they are in charge. So, and we feel that in order to bring about this balance and to also give us that sense of belonging to, I think if you're asking for presidency in the Yoruba land now, it's not too much. And moreover, bearing the fact that there was an unwritten agreement, morally, that was agreed between the party, the North and the South.
Okay.
And we have supported the North twice. Even when the second time, when we were about to support them for the second time, despite all the pressures, despite the fact that 18 senators left our party, as at that time, we still went ahead, supported the North, and the North won. So really, and that is why we are also saying now that it is our turn. And before it went to the north, I want to remind our people at home and in Nigeria, I want to remind the entire world that it left the southern part of the country to the north. So as it is coming back now, it should not be ideal to say it is going back to the south. It should definitely come to the southwest.
Okay.
It should have been southeast ideally.
Okay.
But it seems they are not prepared for Nigerian democracy because of the fear of this Biafran thing and all that thing. Probably when they are matured enough, they can have it.
Is there no dichotomy to what you've just said?
There's no dichotomy to it.
Okay.
It is what we see everywhere. The handwriting is there everywhere.
It's all right. That is the introductory part of what you will be hearing today only on this program, the Honorable TV. Let me ask my Honorable, what is the drive? What is the drive going into, convening an agenda such as the Yoruba agenda?
Well,
what is your personal drive, personally now?
Well, my it's not about, it's even beyond that personal thing.
Okay.
Because I am a person that has passion for my nation. And when you talk about nation, holistically a nation, we are a nation as a group of people with the same culture, within the same geographical location, speaking the same language and this and that. So we are a Yoruba nation. As a nation, I love my nation.
Okay.
And I love Nigeria. Nigeria is a state as we have it now. So what we are saying is this: in order to balance and give us, because if you look at it very well now, some people are already feeling aggrieved. They are saying there will be no this, there will be no that. But we know that it is when the right thing is done, all of them will be pacified. They will feel relieved. Their nerves will calm down. Some are even indicating that if there should be no election until there is restructuring, there's no other reason behind that they felt cheated, that a particular section of the country has been taking most of the things that belongs to all of us. And so we believe in this country as a single country. We believe that we can still continue to live as one in as much as the right things are done. So what we are appealing to is this. So the reason behind this Southwest thing is just to stand and put pressure and start reminding them. We are not trying to force anybody. What we are trying to do is to convince and pacify other regions in the country to see reason with us and support this agenda. Okay. So that because we cannot do it alone. We cannot just do it alone.
It's a political issue.
Yes, we cannot do it alone. And I thank God today, even in the northern part, most of the leaders, most of the stakeholders, they are beginning to reason with the southern part of the country that yes, let us allow the southern district to have the slot now. Okay. But now, as they are doing that, we are also appealing to other personalities in the north. We are appealing to the leaders, traditional leaders, the stakeholders, every other person there to reason with us along the line and let us have this thing together so that we can continue to have a peaceful country.
All right. Now, a wonderful one there, but precisely under which umbrella, which party are we really talking about here? Well, even the fact that there is political parties in our country.
That is what we call democracy.
Okay.
Honestly, that's what we call democracy. If we all agree in principle that the presidency should be zoned to the southwest, or let's just say south generally.
Okay.
Any other region can come up from all the parties if they all agree in principle. Okay. Let them float candidates. They will go to election.
Okay.
Then whoever wins, we are okay because we are feeling that it has been balanced. As at that time, everybody will go out, will campaign massively. Every other person will now tell the world their manifestos. Then we see who wins.
Okay.
So if we are, for example, now I belong to a particular political party, that is my own party.
Okay.
Then the other parties that are existing too. What we are saying is that they should feed us a Yoruba person in all the parties.
All right.
And if they are going to South, they should feed the South. But ideally, what we are agitating for precisely is the southwestern part of the country. Okay. Because we have supported the North twice, heavily.
All right. All right. But let's look at the party and the person here. Do you have anybody that you're fronting to handle this in 2023?
In fact, very, very wonderfully well.
Okay.
There are so many qualified personalities and progressive personalities in the southwest that can be president.
But precisely for the comfort of our viewers, precisely you have somebody that can front this move for us.
I don't want to jump the gun.
Okay.
I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to. When we get to the
bridge
we'll cross the river.
All right.
The most important thing is to put pressure. Let us agree in principle that the president in the next 2023 is coming from Yoruba land.
All right.
Asking it to go back to South Side will not be to our own favor. It will not be because it is just moralistic unbalanced. It is when you say, okay, this thing left south from Jonathan south to the north, and it's coming back to south, and not saying it's going back to south again, because we have been hearing some rumors and some permutations, this, that. It's just going to be unfair on the southern part of this region.
All right. Now, going by your office as the director and convener of this agenda, will you say sincerely that the Northerners and the Easterners are in support of this move come 2023?
The Northerners and the Easterners?
Yes, are in full support.
Who are the Easterners in this case? We have North and South, the Southern region in Nigeria.
Right.
Each of the regions are divided into three zones.
Okay. Let us put it this way. Now, the Northerners are on their own now.
Yes.
Now, in the South, precisely here,
okay,
are you sincerely believing that those in the eastern part of the South are in support of this agenda?
Obviously, yes. As I speak to you, by the grace of God, we have structures in all the 36 states.
Okay.
And very, very soon, by March, in Lagos State, the whole world will hear what's going to happen.
Okay.
Because we're going to inaugurate all the six regional structures of this movement.
Okay.
We're going to inaugurate the southeastern structures, the south-south structure, the north-central structure, the northeast structure, and the northwest structure.
Okay.
So all of them are prepared for that inauguration, and we are doing everything in Lagos by the grace of God.
All right. Well, viewers, you've heard our comrade speak into what is going to happen in the next few months concerning the 2023 Yoruba presidential agenda. I will be proceeding on this short break, and when we return, he will be telling us some certain things concerning inaugurations and some other brief. Stay with us.
Farming is the next biggest investment that is coming up in Nigeria right now. And as a group of professionals, we are moving away from those days of cutlasses and those days of hoes, and we are going into mechanized farming big time. I am live in Osun State right now, College of Education to be precise, where we have 800 acres of land that we are going to be using as our farm. In fact, we have already started farming. To my left and to my right, to the front and to the back, we have cassava, we have maize, and if you're looking right down there, you're going to see the dam, and that is one of the things we're going to be using for our irrigation, so we do not need the rain in order to farm. So what is going to happen in order for you to be a part of this big investment? So if you have any inquiries at all, any questions, you can also contact us via the details that I'll be scrolling on your screen right now. And let me tell you, do not waste your time, do not waste this opportunity, do not waste your investment, do not wait for government to help you. You're going to be farming, sending your money to invest for you without you having to leave the comfort of your home. I hope that you're going to take this seriously, just the way that I have done. Thank you.
As you can see, this is mechanized one.
My daddy said this nation is hopeless and corrupt. He says he's totally disappointed in the system.
Well, my dad says this nation can truly be great if everyone changes his or her attitudes, works honestly towards creating a better society, starting from our leaders down to you and I.
But my daddy said Nigeria already the solution and cannot rise above it.
That says people can actually rise above their challenges. We will think right and allow the people in them to come out.
I think he's right.
Remember they taught us in class, only good people can make a great nation.
Welcome back to this program. Of course, like I said before we proceeded on that short break, the inauguration of the northern and southern structure of this project is in the offing, like our comrade said. Can you please tell us more details about this?
In fact, I am so impressed by the turnout of our northern brothers. They are so wonderful. They are they are reasonably wonderful. The way, in fact, on their own, most of them are beginning to, personalities in Yoruba land, they are beginning to, the northern progressive are beginning to form structures for a particular person in the north. From the southern part, from the southwest here, they are galvanizing support for him, and that is a good one there. So as I speak to you now, we are going to do 3-in-1 thing on that same day in March.
Okay.
We have the intention of showcasing our traditional attire. We have designed, with the support of a company, we are designing, and people are going to pay token for that 4 yards.
Okay.
It's a traditional one that all the national executive members will put on that day.
Okay.
And it's going to go for a token. So that attire is what we are going to showcase. That is the first grand thing that will happen on that day. Okay. And we are also going to launch a special advocacy audio jingle that is saying it is our turn.
Okay.
Yoruba Lokon. We're going to have it in Hausa, we're going to have a bit in Pidgin, and we're also going to have it in Yoruba language.
All right.
And the final and the grand thing on that day is going to be the official inauguration for immediate takeoff of a lot of activities. They are to pay advocacy visits in the north. That is where the bulk of the job lies. I am very, very sure that if eventually a Yoruba man emerges as a presidential candidate in Yoruba land, we will not have problem.
Okay.
It's just to cross the order. That's the problem we have.
Okay.
Every other person will be brought on board. Okay. We are wise now. We don't want to. But where we are looking at, that is most important, are those people who are not in our region. We just have to do that. If we are just, there's no anybody, any region in Nigeria outside the northern structure region can survive and succeed in Nigeria without getting the box support from the northern part of this country.
Okay.
The Nigerian state has been structured like that.
Okay.
So that is why we are wooing them seriously, and we are also together. We have also rubbed their back, so we need them to rub our back this time. And that's why I'm appealing to the traditional rulers, the leaders, religious institutions, other groups that have been assisting to please reason with us, come along with us, so that by the end of our own tenure, we'll be able to now support the North immensely. Okay. And that is just my plea.
All right. Thank you. You've heard Comrade speak into what is going to happen in the coming days. Of course, before this time, I remember you made mention of iconic leadership or leaders in the Yoruba, region capable of leading this nation. But before then, let me ask this: what are your personal challenges in this move?
Well, so many. There are so many. Well, I'm on the here. The only advice I'll give, because even in Yoruba land, we have so many people that are qualified to do it. We have so many people that are qualified to be president. We have the likes of Fashola. We have the likes of Asiwaju. That is the grandfather of them all. Okay. Of course, is the University of Politics. It's an entity that we know. We have Dr. John Kayode Fayemi. We have all of them. We have Amosu. There are so many people that have not even showed faces now. When the time comes, people will start coming out that they want to contest. Okay. But by the time they separate the shift from the shaft, by the time they separate men from the boys, yes, we will know who is going to carry the mantle for the party. Then we know where we are going to. Right. But as I speak to you today, it has not been very easy. It has not been very easy. We don't know why, but my own fear is that so many people who claim to be friends or who are benefited from the goodwill of our national leader, the acclaimed national leader, our old national leader, they are just doing eye services. Okay. When they see him, they say they're
pretending is part of what is happening in our own continent.
Because most of them, most of them are not willing to. Okay. Because that's what I see as eye service. Okay. You see, when you go to them, just take when you hear that Asiwaju is coming to a place, they can put 20 million down. They can put, because they are doing eye services. Okay. I want to tell you openly, nobody, even from the local government where I came from, there is no leader that will say they don't know what we are doing, the efforts we are putting in. But has anybody given us 5 naira? Nobody. Even those who went to do this, to do that, they always find an excuse, yes, one way or the other.
I think you are leading us to the next question I had wanted to ask. That do you have the endorsement of the traditional leaders in the Yoruba, environment, and some of the chairmen in local government? Do you have their endorsement in this agenda?
Well, as far as we are concerned, what we are doing is even to support and to implement, to complement their own efforts. Okay. In ensuring there's no Yoruba chairman, there's no Yoruba person, except a bastard Yoruba person, okay, that will say he does not support Yoruba presidency. Okay. Are you getting me now?
Yes, I'm with
you. So if there is anybody that is going to say we don't want Yoruba president, then that person that's a Yoruba man, that person should be tested. Okay. Do you understand me? But as it is now today, you have heard from us that we said we're going to inaugurate our structures. Okay. Well, immediately we inaugurate them. That is for immediate takeoff of our strategic activities and plans. Okay. And that is when they will start. But it is on our plan. We already have a traditional ruler from the southwest. We have one in the north. We have one each. So by the time we start, they start advocacy visit from them, and from there they spread and get every other one. And there are other 3 different sections, different committees that will be set up. We are still going to 2023. We are inaugurating ourselves in March, and so we are taking off.
2021.
Yes, 2000. Yes, we are still going to 2023. Okay. That is the election period.
Yes, yes.
So we have started doing it now. Doing it. And so, but before the end of this year, you see how far we would have gone. We are just praying to God. But no problem. Maybe after the inauguration, people want to come in. We are still going to still make some appeal, really, because we are having a large crowd that will be storming Lagos. The chunk of crowd, people will be coming from all our national executive from the 19 states in the north, the one in the southeast, the south will be here. So when they get here, we still need to still appeal some individuals. We are not even looking for money now. Okay. If you are giving us hotel, give us. If you are giving us dinner, give them. If you are giving us, that is what we are talking about. That is supporting us with materials.
All right. Thank you. Let us preempt into the victory of the agenda come 2023. What do you think that will mean to the Yoruba race in this country?
Of course, I want to say this. If genuinely the Yoruba nation will pick the right candidate, the election will be very, very fantastic. In fact, it's going to be like that of late MK Abiola. But by the grace of God, this one will be announced.
Okay.
Because you know what happened. And in Yoruba land, everybody is looking at people that will be able to win and cut across all the regions.
Yes, yes.
And so we are also looking at it together. But when we get to that level, when we get to the river, like I've been saying, we'll cross the bridge.
Okay, so as it stands now, there's no need letting the cat out of any bag.
No. There are so many cats in the bag.
Okay, there's a
particular one we are looking for.
Okay.
So when we get there, we'll pick the one that can do it.
All right. Suffice me to ask this. All right, and if you were to be given the privilege, going by your portfolio as the director and convener of this agenda, if you were to be given a portfolio, a platform to ask or advise rather the APC leaders, our leaders generally, what would be your advice to these people?
There are just 3 categories of advice I'll give to them.
Please let them know.
The first one is that APC as a party should learn to pay loyalty to their members who have supported them, who have been doing everything, because if you look at it very well, this is not anti-party, it's about talking about the truth now. 80% of party members are not happy. Because they will work. At the end of the day, you just bring up some people from somewhere that did not merit anything, you put them there. They won't value those who are really working within their country.
Sorry. Are you saying this nationally or from the region?
It is everywhere.
All right.
It is everywhere.
Okay.
It is not about Yoruba. I am a national coordinator of a project, and I receive complaints from all our members.
Okay.
In Abuja now, if you see the way they even treat, even people, they have 6 area councils there. Those are the central, they are the ones suffering, they are the ones at the receiving end there. They are not really getting things right. Now, even in the southwestern part of Nigeria, you know the way they run things here. We are not saying, even if those people they are putting in charge or putting in place or getting the benefit are really carrying along those ones that really suffer, that work for their own emergency, it would have been better. So what we have said, the first advice is that they should work out a mechanism, design a mechanism that will pay loyal members, people that have committed themselves. As I speak to you today, some people are not living in their houses because they are in debt. Huge debt because they are supporting the party. And there's nobody they will cry to. And the second advice is this. When they should take sentiment out of whatever thing that is happening, they just have to pick the right person. They just have to pick the right person so that we will not lose out completely.
Okay.
And finally, I want to say this. Let me direct this to the national leader of APC.
Okay.
I am talking in person of our own Akombi Ekunwoko Remilekun Oloyomeji, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think he still need to call his constituencies, his foot soldiers.
Okay.
Most of the people he empowered, most of the people he has made, they are not paying back to the grassroots people. They are just following them. They are not getting, if they all look like him, if they do the way he has been doing, if they perform the way he has been performing, the grievances, the problem we have within the youth circles in the party would not be like that. They would have taken care of so many people. So as it is now, when they see him, they pretend. when they were behind him, they do whatever they like. They don't care whatever happened to most of their followers. And that is, so if you don't belong to a particular caucus or their group, you don't have anything to get. And that is the fact. So that is my advice to the national leader, to look inward and see, look for a way of ensuring that those people he has groomed, those people that has made it out from his own electoral college, also takes care of. Let them to go. Okay, they should tell every leader that grew up from Asiwaju, I put that challenge to them. They should go and list just 10% they have made millionaire in the last 16 years. That are youth, that people know this person is a poor person. We have seen who Asiwaju has made. Let them go and bring 10% they have made millionaire in their various constituency. I challenge them.
All right. The beauty of a person is having a successor after him. If like he has made mention boldly of Senator, the former governor of Lagos, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to have been a man that has groomed many from the electoral college, like he has said. The comrade is saying should be able to produce others, so that these are the whole thing would not just die off as if the senator, the Bola, was not doing anything. So that is what I want to say. Please, if you are affected by any means or utterances or whatever he has said, he is saying it on the positive note that you have all it takes to affect others politically, because the resources to do so are within your own reach. Finally, is there any fear of all these things? Fear of being lynched, fear of anything? You keep moving from here to here. I don't know. Is there any fear?
As far as that is concerned, they can only kill you once. You can't kill somebody twice. But it will be on record that you have spoken the truth. What we are saying, we know. Amosu is building his people. He's building people. People are feeling fine. They are making their people.
Okay.
Fayemi is there in Ekiti. He's building his people. And these people are also growing. He has put people in charge of so many things and they are growing. He keeps empowering people. And so many other leaders like that. And when the time comes now, those people he has made, those people the national leader has made, despite the fact that all these people I've mentioned were also, I don't know, were also Asiwaju as one way or the other time, has also supported them, made them. But they are building their own dynasty now. But now those of you that, just other persons too, that are supposed to, that still remain within his confine, they are not really doing it the way they should do it.
Okay.
They are not really doing it very well. I think they need to. They need to.
And that is
we are not going to leave that party.
Okay.
It is our own party. We'll continue to manage like this.
Okay.
People will see us. It's as if we have 2 billion, 20 billion. Very recently, somebody held a conference, a conference in Lagos here. Nobody except one council chairman. And this man went to all the House of Rep. He contacted so many House of Rep. They promised heaven and earth. They collected the award. Nobody sent anything. And that is what they do. But when they hear Asiwaju is coming to a place, that is high service.
It's all right. Of course, this is a candid advice to our people to do something that others will remember them for. That is just a candid advice at this point. Thank you so much, comrade. From the World Health Organization, we are told that COVID-19 is coming on the second phase. Do you have anything to say on this? Because as you keep moving politically, COVID will be affecting issues and the timing. Is there anything on that?
Yes, we want to pray to God Almighty to help us take this pandemic out of our land. Spiritually, it can be addressed, and also by way we address ourselves physically, it can also be addressed. But one thing I want to say is here, if the government is really sincere, government is also not helping the matters. What our people went through during the last lockdown, it was hell. Palliatives that are meant for people were not delivered to them. Most people did not get. You saw what happened during the NSAS protest. They had to start breaking warehouses. But this time around, if the government is really sincere with this COVID-19 of 18 second wave, the government should stop some certain things that are capable of spreading it more. Now they are giving people Nigerians deadline to go and do telephone one registration, this, that, and they keep going every day. They should look at the pictures all over the whole country. Do they have anything like social distance? Do they even use face masks? All of them want to get NIM registration thing. The way they do it is bad. It's very, very. Even when some of the officers decide to collect money to help, they still rush there. So we in fact, It's only God that can save us in this country, and we keep praying.
All right, only God that can save us in this country. We'll be proceeding on this short break, and when we return, that will be the final lap. Stay with us.
4 whole hours from my office to this house.
What sort of a distressing nation is this?
Dad, Nigeria is not distressing. Other nations experience traffic too. In school, we queue too. If people begin to change their orientation, as our leaders repair roads and expressways, we will all see a change. Remember, only good people can make a great nation, and it begins with you.
Honorable, welcome back to this segment. October 20, 2020 will be a date that Nigerians will not forget in a hurry. Of course, it was a date that the NSAS was really humbling many Nigerians. As you've been in the field here and there, one state to the other, what do you have to say? What is your take on this?
I really do not. I just pray that we don't have a repeat of such a thing in this country again. The youths have asked and requested for their legitimate rights, and they went about it in a very normal and decent way.
Peacefully,
yes. Until when it became hijacked by 3 set categories of people. And when it became hijacked, it got to a point that they could not even curtail it again on their own, the people that started it. But the only thing I want to say here is this, and 3 things actually contributed to the seriousness of that protest when it got out of hand. So, as at that time, Nigerian students were on the street; they were not in school, and so I think that should send a signal to the government to do whatever they can do as fast as possible to ensure that school, university students resumes back
and cop that excess,
so that they can cop that excess. That is the first one. The second one is that we should be sincere. The government of today, if it means creating an office for unemployed youth in every local government in Nigeria, it is possible. We have the money, we have the resources. They should not tell us that for the purpose of just settling a particular set of youth in every local government, they are registered. I think that will go a long way. We don't, okay, look at what is happening in the Nigerian education system. A lot of things have to be done to pacify these youths. That they don't have leaders, that they don't have this, they have leaders. And moreover, there is a particular, I don't know what Nigeria Orientation Agency is doing now. That department is dead. What Nigeria Orientation Agency should be doing, they should pump more money in there. They are the one that goes into market in those years when we are very young. They educate us, they organize talk at local government, they bring up youth council, use every other available means to educate and enlighten Nigerians. So many good things this government meant, nobody is saying it. Lai Mohammed on his own will only react when he reacts, people will change his name to Lai Mohammed. But what we want is this: all those NOAs, they should revive them, they should and charge them to be doing this. The youth is everywhere, but you can always get them from the grassroots. So what I want to advise the government is that they should do everything possible to ensure that university students get back to school. 2, they should have a database for unemployed youth in terms of the graduates or not graduates. Look at what some states are doing in particular. When you have a list of your graduates, Ogun State has done it recently. They have a database for them, and when they give contract to any contractor, they will pick whoever they want from that database to work for the contractor, and they are getting them done.
Okay.
So you think can also be repeated in this country. So I want to believe it's going to go a long way. And moreover, thank God they have introduced something into NYSC now. When they get into the camp, I think they give them skill to learn and things like that.
Yes.
So that they don't just come out and become jobless all the time, so that they can find something to do. So if they can also introduce such a thing to secondary schools at secondary school level, probably when a child graduates, they give them, even if they don't give them money, they let them learn free something for about 1 year. By the time they graduate, they have that certificate in their hands. That will go along. Like myself, now if I have the means, people like us are not being empowered. If I have the means, even if it's only 5, okay, what's if a councillor decide in his ward, every councillor in Nigeria, if they decide that every month they want to be empowering 2 youths in their wards, what do you think will happen to all these youths?
Progress.
If a councillor will say, okay, 2 youths in my ward, I want to be empowering them. I want to open shop, hairdresser shop for you. I want to open a phone repairing shop for you. That is for this month. So it means that every councillor we empower 20. Yes, just with every councillor we empower 24 in a year.
Okay.
So throughout your tenure, 3 years, look at the number of youth we do. Then multiply by the number of what you have in Nigeria.
Okay.
So I think it's going to go a long way. I know some local government chairmen in this Lagos state that are giving 100,000 naira to each person every month end, 2 million. I am not promoting any chairman. But when this man started it in one of the local government in Lagos East, when the man started it, the House of Assembly joined, they increased it. He was giving it to 10 person. Later, House of Assembly joined, they increased to 20. I think House of Rep and joined, they have increased. So those, and the person to collect this month will not be the one that will collect it. So many people have been empowered through that. So it will go a long way.
All right.
There are ways government can monitor them. The councillors can also contribute. If not, they will not be able to open their door when the another one starts. We pray it does not happen again.
We pray so. That is a wonderful piece to that question. But what is the implication of that NSAS protest to our law enforcement agents in Nigeria or agencies in Nigeria?
Well, I think the boys that started the NSAS protest, legitimately, they also saw that the security agencies in Nigeria are not being well paid. It was part of the agitation that they should do better, arrange for better payment for policemen.
Yes.
So you understand me? And what happened that time, ideally, whenever, that's why we don't pray for revolution to happen. Because the number of policemen we have in Nigeria is not up to 1/10 of the population of Nigeria. It's never up to 1/10 of the population of Nigeria. So what we are saying is that I think what they can do is to improve on the quality of services and training and their welfare. If you get to some barracks, you will feel sorry for Nigerian police. If you get to some barracks, I think they are giving them facelift now.
Okay, as a result of the action.
Yes. So I think that will help them a lot. All right.
Thank you. It's a wonderful one there. Of course, the NSAS protesters and the way that were affected, we've learned our lessons back to back that a revolution, like he has said, is not needful in our country even at this time. Finally, because I'm going to draw this curtain at this point, not to balk you, you actually came to speak on something that has to do with our 2023. Let us just visit NEPA, this Nigerian National Electric Power Authority. Most times they don't give anybody any light, but they give high billing. What happened? What really happened, comrade?
I think I don't want to say the government is responsible, but I think they have to take charge at this point in time. Though it was a different government that sold NEPA, and they sold it to their cronies, and because they are definitely benefiting from what they are doing, the way they are defrauding the public, that is why they have not been able to do anything to it. If you want to trace them, in my own home where I live,
okay,
I have a woman that uses only 2 bulbs. You can imagine they will bring 15,000 naira.
For that woman.
How do you come about this bill? They will say that is what they read. Where did you read it for? The woman does not have meter. The woman is alive. They can call me to testify. I will take you to the woman's house. There are so many things that are happening here. So they should, if the government is serious and sincere about this prepaid meter, they should stop NEPA from charging people without prepaid. Okay. They should focus on, because it doesn't pay them. They should give everybody free meter. If they will be taking the money or spread the money of the meter over a month for them to pay the money, so that they can be living on card, that would be better.
All right.
If the government is sincere, the only thing I want to say is that they should make sure meter is available for all Nigerians. That's all.
All right. Thank you so very much for reactions to most of the questions that is raised in this program. Let me bring your mind back, because I'm rounding up with this question now. In the next 2-3 months, we're going to be very, very busy for 2023 presidential agenda for the Yoruba communities. What is your last word on this, agenda and whatever move?
I want to appeal to our leaders in Yoruba land to please allow peace to reign this time, to please be reasonable this time, to please whatever thing that has happened, because God gave Yoruba nation a particular quality that other nations do not have. We have our culture of respect, we have culture which other people do not have. So I think we should tap into that and then come together and resolve this and settle for at least one person. And to other regions, I want to thank our brothers and sisters from the northern part of the country. I want to thank our brothers in the southern and southeast in particular and south-south, because they are also doing wonderfully well in this agenda. They are all working wonderfully well with us.
Okay.
And I want to assure them that at the end of the day, all of us, we have cause to smile when it happens. We are seeing and we are keeping records. And to those who have opportunity to assist and are keeping their money in case they did not pick them again to contest so that they can spend their money, they should keep it very well. Whatever God will do it. That we know very well. But it's better they have a change of heart. Think, within your heart of hearts, let them search their heart. Can I even bring out 10 people that have changed their life? That is the question. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That has been our guest for the day, Honorable Comrade Taiwo Ajayi. He happens to be the director and convener 2023 Yoruba Presidential Agenda. He bears his minds on some of the sundry issues, germane issues, as affecting that agenda. Of course, I know that, Comrade, in the next 3 months, precisely, you'll be in this program again to tell us how
we have gone.
Yes, how far you have gone. I want to really appreciate him and all the workforce in that agenda for all that they've done supporting this vision till this moment. I want to thank our producer, the producer of this program, in person of Mr. Kenny Tuobola, is doing very, very well. I thank you and all the crew in the house. By next week, same time, we will be bringing to you again yet another guest on this program. Stay with us.